So I can't wait. It's been a long off season. It's been a long year, so just excited, man.
How do you control those emotions, though? Because, I mean, you get out there and sometimes the adrenaline gets going. I mean, you're experienced, so you've been through it. But just, sometimes it can be tough to rein it in, even for an experienced guy.
Yeah, I think especially with a game like this, it's all keeping about the same energy, and kind of knowing when to keep that energy. And so it's a game of emotions, especially these kind of games. And so it's really kind of channeling those in and taking it in.
Could you put into words what it would mean for you and the rest of the seniors to end this streak?
Oh, it means so much. Right now, we're trying not to really look back at this. Like Kalani says, we weren't even part of this streak 8 years ago, and so. But for me as a senior, it really is important, and we want to get these guys. It's a unique opportunity, and we're really excited.
You guys have been breaking the huddle with Beat Utah. There's signage on the practice doors say Beat Utah. What's kind of fueled that and inspired that verbiage?
Just kind of what happened last year. It was a devastating loss. And that's just been our focus in the back of our minds through every training, every session. I mean, I'm sure that's what everyone's saying and stuff but we went to the bowl game, and I feel like we kind of showed what kind of team we are after that loss, and we've carried that the off season. And so in the back of our minds, it's been in the back of our minds all off season.
You missed last year's game with an injury. You had to sit there and watch. Has that made you hungrier as you approach this game this year?
Definitely. I had to watch my boys go out like that, and it was frustrating. Sitting on the sideline knowing you can't do anything about what's going on, but I just knew in the back of my mind that I was going to get a chance in August, and so I was excited back then, and I've kind of carried that hunger with the chip on my shoulder throughout this off season.
How tough was it having gone out after those 4 games last year and then having to sit out all that time and now finally getting a chance to play again?
It was rough, man. I think coming in as a senior, you have high expectations about your season, and last year was my first year at that linebacker position, and I was finally getting the hang of it, and thought I was playing pretty well, and it just kind of got cut short. And so, but things like that happen, and you just got to have like a good focus and a good support system, which I did, and just knowing and just really blessed that I could have a second chance here and as a senior, and being back with all my guys. It's been a great opportunity. I'm just excited.
Since your last appearance in that Utah State game, what areas do you feel like you've grown as a player going into this season?
I think my mental game has gone up a lot. That's something I could do in off season. You're limited in some stuff after surgery, and so that's something I took focus on. And then as a leader, I think I've stepped up a lot this year, on and off the field, just kind of being an example to the guys and really rallying everyone together.
You guys have traditionally done pretty well, particularly defensively, in opening games. What's the key to being able to maintain that and continue to do so well in that season opener?
It really is just always being ready. That's something we're putting a really focus on this year, is starting games fast and finishing them. As you can see last year, I think there were some games where we started off slow and it really hurt us in games, and there was games like Utah where we didn't finish. And so just starting with the gas on the pedal and not letting off is something we're really focusing on.
Is there any particular aspects of the Utah offense that you're paying particular attention to right now?
I think they've got a lot of good threats. They're a really good offense, and this new offensive coordinator has some really good schemes. And so, they are a really good offense, but we're a really good defense. And so we're just excited for this opportunity to go against an offense like that.
Like Austin, you were an in-state guy. Did you grow up cheering for a certain team in this rivalry as a kid and growing up?
Yeah, I did. I grew up on the other side, actually, and I don't know what was going through my mind back then. I don't know if it was family or what, but as time went on and recruiting came on, and this is the place for me, and I'm just happy with my decision. But growing up in the state, this is huge, and so guys from out of state, I don't know if they know, but I think they've caught on about how big this game is and how big this rivalry is.
Do you take it as ownership to kind of put that message out there to those out-of-state guys, say, hey, this is a big deal here?
Definitely. I think with the coaches and with everyone, with everything kind of coming on this game, I think they're kind of getting how big this game is from media and from everything. And so I think they've kind of latched on with all those new guys.
You mentioned some of the difficulty of starting slow or not quite finishing a game. What are the keys for you guys in playing for all four quarters?
It really is just rallying together and executing our game plan and coming out with fresh legs, and being able to play loose. That's something that you kind of, especially with a game like this, you can't. You look at the, they're 14th in the nation, whatever. That can kind of get in your head and stuff, but it's just a game, and everyone puts on the same pants. Everyone does the same thing. It doesn't matter who you're lining up against if you're going to execute the plan. And so I think it's just getting everyone to their getting everyone loose and just playing how we play football, how we know how to play football, and get those nerves out early. That always kind of happens first game, and so it'll be good.
How do you feel like the inside linebackers who you're going to line up with, how do you feel like they progress heading into this game?
Really well. I'm really proud of those guys. I think that was a big question before fall camp. I knew we had some players there, but I don't know who was going to step up. And Keenan Peely started off playing linebacker behind me, and I knew he needs to be on the field. He's one of our best linebackers, and so we found a spot for him in Mike linebacker, and he's done an excellent job. And there's guys behind him, Payne Wilgar and Jackson Kafusi and Kavika Fanua, and they've all made huge strides, and so I feel really comfortable with those guys right next to me.
You mentioned Utah's number 14 ranking. You guys aren't ranked. I'm sure you guys don't live in a hole. You've heard all the hype that they're getting.
Mm-hmm.
What is your reaction to all the hype they're getting, and do you think that could play into your favor?
Yeah, like I said before, they can deserve this hype. They've got really good players and some good coaches, but what a unique opportunity for us. It doesn't matter what we're ranked, and quite honestly, it doesn't matter what they're ranked. That just kind of, especially for this first game, we haven't even played it down yet. And so, what a unique opportunity, being able to play a team like that, and after this, our schedule is going to be like that all season. And so you can't really look at it with they're the top team in the nation. They're a really good team, but I think we're a really good team as well. And so,
Are there any things that fall camp taught you about this team that you perhaps didn't know beforehand?
just how united we are. I think I've never been on a team quite as close as this. I think as a group as a whole, we really are really close. And I'm not just saying that. I've never been on a team that's been this close before. And I think that's going to carry on in the field, when you're fighting for your brothers and you've trained with them all off season and you're that close with them, you kind of have that bond. I think it carries a long way.
You guys didn't go live a bunch during, at least we didn't, it sounded like they limited the amount of live action.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a physical game. It always is. Is that a concern at all that you didn't get that prep as far as actual live, lots of hitting, lots of tackling, or is it just football, so we're ready for it?
I think it just kind of comes. I think there was some hesitations and stuff with people not letting them go and stuff, but when that game one strikes, there's a lot of guys that's played football before, and so there's a lot of experience there, and you kind of flip a switch that, all right, let's get ready to rumble. You're not going to get your teammate anymore. You're going to get an opponent, and so I think it's kind of flipping a switch and let's ride, let's go.